Hey everybody, it's Ann Kaplan from Mommy, your mama resource from conception to college. Wherever you are in your momming journey, we are here for you so much. I pour so much love and so much energy into this group because I love you guys so much. I love all the mamas in this group so much, and I really mean it every day when I say wherever you are in your momming journey, we are here for you. Today, what I want to talk about today, this week's theme, it's potty training, and it's Wednesday. That's my baby mama day, and that means what I want to talk to you guys about today is when you're pregnant, when you're recently postpartum, and let's face it, even for a couple years afterwards, maybe even for the rest of your life afterwards, potty training week, what happens when the mama is the one who seems to need potty training? And what do I mean by that? I mean that, come on you guys, sometimes when you're pregnant and if you've had a lot of kids after you've been pregnant, sometimes even if you've only had one kid, we find ourselves having a little leakage, sneezing, coughing, laughing, and whoops, I gotta go to the bathroom, or working out, running, all of those things that put strain and pressure on our pelvic floor. Sometimes we get the little leaky gasket. And I want to talk today about, first of all, two things. You're normal if you do that, meaning it happens to many, many of us. But the second thing I want to say is it's not normal, meaning don't just accept that you are doing that. There's a biological, physiological reason why that happens to us. And there are things you can do to help yourself and minimize, if not stop, that leakiness. So I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not an exercise physiologist. I'm not going to be telling you in this video what to do to fix your leaky pee-pee hole. But what I want to do in this video is to first just inspire you, like, don't accept this. This does not have to be your fate. And guess what, you guys? It's not about how in shape you are, because I think if you guys have seen me in these videos, if you've seen me in person, if you know me, you know that I love working out. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm super fitness mom, work out all the time. And guess what, guys? Sometimes I still pee my pants. And what's becoming a more alarmingly upsetting is that it's happening more and more frequently, even though I'm not having kids anymore. 4 kids was my magic number. Never peed my pants through 1, 2, or 3. Afterwards, during pregnancy, never, never, never. 4th kids, it was like, that's it, I blew a gasket and I can't control myself anymore. So it's really good to have a sense of humor about it. It's really not good to keep it a secret or feel ashamed about it, but it's also not good for us to just accept that that's the way it is. So why do we pee our pants? Well, one way to see if you might have a pelvic floor problem, which is what causes us to pee in our pants, is to see if you have, because oftentimes these two things go together, something called diastasis recti, which happens when we're pregnant. The bands of our abdominal muscles separate to make room for our belly to expand and fill up our abdomen. And then after pregnancy, they're kind of like loose rubber bands that are like hanging down like this from our ribs, and we want them to come back and kind of knit together the way they were before we got pregnant. Are they ever going to be exactly the same? No, of course not. Nothing's ever going to be the same as it was in the beginning before you've ever had children. Thank goodness. I would not want to go back to the person I was 13 years ago. But you definitely can improve it. And the one myth that I want to bust for you about diastasis recti is doing crunches, doing a bunch of ab work is not going to solve your diastasis recti, and in fact can actually make it worse. There are exercises you need to do that are kind of healing you from the core, from the inside out, that are going to heal your pelvic floor from the inside out, that then enable you to do those really hardcore things like ab work and running and all those other things that we want to jump into doing sometimes after we've had a baby, but our bodies just aren't ready. Oftentimes this like bladder incontinence that we experience later is a result of us not really doing the super profound healing that we need to do after we have our kids, and then just jumping into a rigorous exercise that our bodies really weren't ready to do, even if it didn't hurt or we were capable of doing it and things like that. There's still something that needs healing inside you. So if you are peeing while you're pregnant, get yourself some panty liners, try to go to the bathroom more frequently, do your Kegels if you can, but be patient. But if you are after birth, if your baby is 1, 2, 3, 4 years old and you're still peeing in your pants, or you can't do activities that you like to do like running or playing tennis or anything that's high impact because of it, Don't just accept that. Do the work. Find the person that's going to help you. Work with a physical therapist or an exercise physiologist that's going to help you make that healing happen, because our lives do not have to be limited by our children. We have enough limitations put on ourselves by being moms, not being able to do the things we love, or even be able to just laugh freely without worrying about peeing in our pants. That should not be one of them, you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm going to be talking again tomorrow about potty training. I'm going to talk about the technique that I used for all 4 of my kids in potty training. Worked very, very simply, and sometimes can result in a potty trained kid within a few days, or even one day in the case of River. So tune in tomorrow for that. And I got a lot of questions in the group this week about what about when you have a potty trained kid during the day but not at night. What's going on there? How can we do stuff about that? I'll be talking about that tomorrow. And the last thing I'm going to be talking about tomorrow that's really awesome and important with potty training is the emotional piece of potty training. It's huge, you guys. Potty training is really, really, really an emotional connection, believe it or not. And I know you guys know what I mean. And I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow. So if you've struggled with a kid who doesn't want to go to the bathroom and then winds up constipating themselves, and then it makes potty training even worse, and all those like cycly things, it feels like a downward spiral, really tune in tomorrow, because I'm going to be talking about the nuts and bolts, the nitty gritty of potty training. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but it's going to be because it is so chock full of juicy content. Love you guys so much. Don't pee in your pants. Reach out. Let me know if you need help. I want to help you guys out, and I am here for you. Bye.